Hi, and welcome back to Idle Time Barbecue. Today I'm going to answer the age-old question of why you need two grills. And we're going to cook a Porterhouse steak and some chicken. So we're going to be using our Kamado Joe Classic, and we're going to use our Kamado Joe Jr. to accomplish our cook today. So let's zoom in and let's get the fire going. So the Kamado Joe Jr., that's going to be our high heat version. So what I'm going to do is put in a bunch of charcoal. And we're using Kamado Joe Big Block. You've been using that a little bit, and it's been working out pretty good. Then I'm going to open up the vent on the bottom all the way so that we have good airflow. And we're going to use our grill gun. We're using the grill gun today because we're going with high heat and we want to get as much charcoal lit as we can as fast as we can so that we can get it up to temp. And we're going to leave the bottom vent completely open. We're actually not even going to put the lid on it. You can already see those coals are getting pretty good. I think those look pretty good, so we're going to turn it off. And that's a good start. So we're going to let that go and start crusting over, and we're going to move on to the next grill. For this grill, this is where we're going to do the primary cooking. So we're going to sear on the Kamado Joe Jr., and we're going to do the primary cook on this grill. So I've cleaned everything out, but I am going to add some more charcoal. And again, we're using Kamado Joe Big Block. Let's put some in. Up. And we're going to start this one the same way. So I'm going to open the vent at the bottom all the way. I've already cleared out all the dust. We're going to get this one going in the same way, but we're going to try and keep this one down to about 300 or 400 degrees. That one we want to get as hot as we can to do a nice sear. Okay, and that's probably good enough. So we're going to let both of these go for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll leave that one completely open, this Joe Jr. completely open so that it gets really hot in there. And then we'll put the grill grates on. This one, we're going to let it go for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll start shutting it down and put in the heat deflectors and put the grill grate in and get it ready to cook the steak. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, and the coals in there are looking pretty good. So what we're going to do is start putting the insides in. And we're going to start by putting in our utility rack so that we can put our heat deflectors on top of that. So I have the heat deflectors here, and I've covered them with foil. Actually, I covered them with foil on our previous cook, but it'll still be good. And then we're going to use our cast iron racks today, or cast iron grate. Put these 2 half moons up here. Okay. So now that that's all set up, what we're going to do is we're going to close down the lid. We're going to open the top all the way. So this is going to be it's going to be completely open. And then I'm going to take the bottom vent and I'm going to close it down to probably 3 fingers to start with. And we're going to keep an eye on the temp because we're looking for about 400, which is just up there. And now we're going to move over to the Kamado Joe Jr. and put the insides in that one. Okay, so we can see that's a really scorching fire. That fire is hopping. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put in the assembly here, and once the grate gets hot, I'm going to scrape it off. But our objective here is we're going to get this all heated up, and then I'm going to clean that off, and that's where we're going to start our steaks. So the reason you need 2 grills, 2 Kamado style grills, is that when you do a regular searing method, you have to get one of them really hot, and then the other one is going to be at kind of a more normal temperature. Because once it gets up to temp, it's very hard to bring it down to a lower temp. So if you have two grills, we're going to sear on this side, and we're going to cook on this side over here. Okay, we're ready to put our steak on. That's our big steak right there. It's a big Porterhouse, about 1.5 inches thick. Looks gorgeous. So I'm going to spray the grate. So we're going to put the steak on probably a few minutes each side, but our objective is to get a nice char on it. So I'm going to make sure it has good contact. And we're going to do probably a few minutes on each side. I'll probably even do the edges as well, just because that fire is so strong on the bottom. Let's give it a little check. See, and it's already starting to get some grill marks. So we'll come back in a minute or two and flip it. Okay, it's been on there for a couple of minutes. I think it's time to flip it. So we're just gonna take it and flip it and put it on for another couple of minutes. And it has some good color on that side. So we're gonna let that go for another probably 3-4 minutes. Okay, this side is probably done also. Looks pretty good. So I'm gonna just do it, hold it up, and I'm gonna do a little bit on the sides. See if I can get just a little char on there. Just a little bit, which is great. So we're going to shift it over to the other grill. So I'll just leave it on there for a minute while we move over. So we've done a good char on it on the Kamado Joe Jr. So now we're going to open this guy up, and we're going to kind of do the same maneuver. So it's sitting at about 320, 350, something like that. So we're going to pull the steak off the Kamado Joe Jr. and we're going to put it on here. And also what we're going to do at this point is stick in an RFX probe. So this is our RFX system. So far it's been working really good. So we're just going to take the probe and I'm going to shift this thing so we can do it. I want to stick it into the fat part of the meat, so it needs to go in a bit. So there we go. So we'll keep an eye on it. So we're going to let that cook until it reaches our temp. And since not everyone loves steak, we have some huli chicken here. So this is basically just chicken thighs that are in huli sauce, and just the store-bought kind. So we're going to put them on as well. And these ones are bone in, so we'll put them on and let them cook. We're going to let it all cook until it gets the temp. So for the steak, we're going to be looking at 135, and for the chicken, we're going to be looking at 165 or 170, because they are chicken thighs. So we're going to close it down, and we'll let it do its thing. We'll check it in probably 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, we're back, and the steak is ready. Let's give it a good look and let's check it. So it's sitting at one. There you go. Perfect. It's right where it needs to be. So we're gonna pull it off and let it rest. And there's our perfectly cooked steak. And the fat got everything going. So we're gonna pull off our chicken as well, since it's ready also. Okay, and there's the chicken. Okay, so we're going to close this down to get that'll get the fire out. And there we have our chicken and we have our steak. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you'll decide to get 2 grills, one to do a quick sear and get this nice color, and then the other to do kind of the long-term cook. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.